Hello, hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome. I, well, I guess this isn't primarily on my channel, so I'll let everyone else introduce themselves, but I am Charity Goblin Ruby, the Charity Goblin here on Twitch, and I stream completely for charity. And
Um, I'm Jamie Lee Curtis, also known as Laurie Strode, and I can switch out her head because in the movie I wear glasses. So
Oh no!
I'm going to take off her head.
oh
Hold on, keep talking about yourself.
no! Anyway, um,
We're James and Chelsea from Dead Meat,
Yes,
Hell
hello.
yes.
professional horror fans.
Yes.
Hi,
Hold on.
I'm a Videos 515. You can call me Evie. I'm an ambassador with Stream for a Cause and a bearded drag queen artist here on Twitch.
Heck
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, hold on. Her head's on straight. Now see, now she's wearing glasses.
There we go.
Now,
I love it so much. So, what we're doing here today is we are raising money for Stream for a Cause, which raises money for grassroots programming or grassroots charities, and we do it primarily through streaming and other content.
yeah, Stream for a Cause is an organization that it bridges the gap between content creators and then local organizations. So, big organizations that you see running around on Twitch or on socials, they tend to have their own fundraising departments. What Stream for a Cause does for local organizations, smaller ones, is kind of bridge that gap, be the broker between streamers to be able to raise funds with their community and then help organizations. Given the current climate, there's a big dedication to help out marginalized communities, both domestically and internationally. Most recently, some of the charities that we have helped include Hands Up Project, which is an organization that helps make non-religious affiliated food delivery for people to help bridge that gap. There's also Sweet Evening Breeze. It's a nonprofit who's committed to Louisville's LGBT experiencing homelessness. A couple other organizations, Boston Gamers, My Sister's House, Feed the Streets, and then our most recent recipient was Outfront Kalamazoo. So if you do have an opportunity to help Stream for a Cause, they do wonderful programming such as this with a lot of help. Or if you're interested in becoming a charity streamer yourself, you can go to streamforacause.org.
Was that for Kalamazoo, Michigan?
I believe it was Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Yeah.
I don't know how many other Kalamazoo.
That's probably the only one, but we're from Michigan, so big fans.
My best girlfriend is from Kalamazoo.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. West
Very
side of
nice.
the state.
Yes,
We're over
I
by
was about to
Detroit.
say we're from over here. That's like about over here.
Are you coupled?
Yeah.
Yes, we are married.
Oh, you're actually married.
Well, actually, funny thing about that. When I once interviewed you, I believe it was for Halloween Kills, and I mentioned that our wedding was
This was
upcoming.
This was years ago. Yeah.
And you offered to officiate it, and I
did.
said, no, Heather Langenkamp is already officiating it. And you said, fuck you. And it was a big moment on the channel. It was great. Thank you for that.
Wow. So an FU made a big impact on your channel.
It did. It was
Well,
really good.
It's all right. You can turn me down. It's fine.
It's amazing.
And so you're coupled up and you're in a closet
Yep.
and you love horror.
Yes. It has become our job.
Yes.
Thankfully, it's a good job to have, is liking horror, talking to horror people.
Yes, I'm assuming you've spoken to my friend Jason Blum a few times.
Yes, in fact, a couple of weeks ago, I hosted the Q&A panel with him for his Variety article, for his new book coming out.
Yes, I know that book very well.
Yes, I was reading excerpts of you in it, talking about Halloween Kills. In fact, my Evil Dies Tonight.
Yes, I know. I like it. And did you read the part where it said that I threw my phone across the room when he offered me so little money?
I didn't catch
What?
that. No. Was the phone okay?
Yeah.
Even I didn't know that one.
When he first called me to do Halloween 2018, uh, his first financial entree to me was so crazy that I threw my phone across the room. I did.
Did it
I may
break?
have uttered the F word also in that moment. But we ended up coming to an agreement.
Does the action figure have phone throwing action?
Yeah.
I actually brought out the last of my Halloween Laurie Strode action figures to see if maybe someone on this today
should've kept it in the
somewhere would
box.
want.
Oh,
This is the last one I have.
You
This is
should have
it.
kept it in the box.
No, now it's more valuable because she's played with it.
No, I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
I
it's-
saved.
it's
I
spring
saved.
used.
Look, I saved the other head. I have this. I have the plastic part where she lived in her little sarcophagus, and I even have the wire that was holding her into it. So when you receive it, whoever gets it, it will be, look, she can do this.
Don't
Wow, that was
break
a
it.
flexible
Please
action
do
figure.
not break it.
Do you know what? She's unbreakable.
Fair enough. Hello.
Yeah, I was just talking to a friend the other day about how action figures nowadays are so much more complex. Growing up, I didn't have ones that you could swap heads out with. You were
Yeah.
lucky if their elbows bent. Now they're fully posable, fully modular.
it's
It's
because
crazy.
the market's for adults. Like,
That's true,
like
yeah.
adults buy toys. Like
Mhm.
statistically, like toys are not bought for children anymore.
I did a movie once called Virus, which was supposed to be something, and it wasn't. It was a sort of sci-fi movie, and it's really quite bad. In fact, it's awful.
It's
Um,
it's not that bad. We watched it once.
It's awful movie. It's just awful. But I did get an action figure out of it because I didn't get an action figure out of anything prior. And True Lies, I had to make my own action figure when I gave Jim Cameron an award one night. I actually made my own, converted Barbie into Helen Tasker. But then I got an action figure with Virus. And the thing about that action figure, like the Laurie Strode, is, look, you can put her butt back. Like you can make her butt forward.
Oh,
is,
front butt.
So you can actually give her you can give her front butt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now it's a Death
That's-
Becomes Her action figure.
Yes.
Yeah. That's about it. I think that's all you can kind of do with the Laurie Strode action figure. But they did do that 3D modding thing, which I should probably sue them now because, of course, now that company has my face and they could, obviously have me do things I wouldn't do and then sell them. But look at the face is pretty kind of crazily good.
I was gonna ask what the process is for that, if they scan you or
Yeah, they came to my house and did a whole facial scanning, and then for Haunted Mansion they did a full body scan. Again, I should probably sue them. But but no. But it's anyway.
So that's like the digital 3D scanning with
That's
tech.
the one for Disney for the Haunted Mansion when we did Madame Leota. That was that bank of 100
Mm.
cameras going off simultaneously. That was intense. Now that's much more common. Back in the day when we did Halloween 2018, it was they just came and shot my face.
Mhm.
Have you ever done the like old school head mold with the plaster and the alginate? Have you ever had to do that?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I would be down with that. That wouldn't be a problem for me. I know some people that makes them very, very uncomfortable. No, I've never done. I don't think so. I haven't done any body parts. As I clutch my chest, I haven't done any body parts. I did have my hands done for Everything Everywhere All at Once, so
Oh,
they
sure.
could make the hot dog hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, that was in fact the first thing I did on that movie was I went and had my hands cast at a studio in the Valley. And you know, I didn't know what I was doing, and I was about to go into this movie and think, okay, and now I'm having my hands made into hot dog hands. So
I've got
needless to-
I've got to ask, where do
Yes.
you keep the Oscar?
There it is.
over there.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll show her to you because I mean I'll show them to you. Excuse me. Hold on. Hold on.
Always has to be in the same room.
Oh, we're
You
gonna
don't-
have a special guest.
Okay.
How cool!
So they have a
Oh, they've got a googly eye.
they have a googly eye. They have a googly eye.
How perfect.
Mhm.
They also have a they them pin
Oh, how cute.
because there really isn't a gender.
Sure, yes.
And I also have Michelle Yeoh here.
Oh, how cute.
Oh, fun. Oh,
That is so cool.
So she sits there
What a
always.
cute doggo.
Oh, yes, this is Molly.
Oh, hold on a moment.
Yeah, I saw a dog walking around back there.
Yeah.
About to have a dog meet cute.
Hold on.
Sorry, Molly can't stand not getting all the attention.
Yeah. She's like, I don't care how many Oscars Jamie Lee Curtis has.
Is she a Shih Tzu? We have a Shih Tzu.
She is.
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
There. Little Velcro puppies.
Yes.
I came back. I can't find Rooney. He'll be here. He'll be here at some point.
What breed is Rooney?
You know,
A snowball.
what breed are you? What breed
Yes.
am I? What breed is Ruby?
Goblin. I can
You're
tell you.
Goblin.
Goblin, yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, no. Rooney will show up at some
Okay.
point, but I didn't want to, you know. I also have a Michael Myers stuffy, which is cute. I have to open it. Hold on.
Again, removing it from the box.
Hold on. Scissors. Not a knife.
Ruby just over there dying inside.
Well, we also just got a $25 donation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Heck yeah. Thank you all.
That's the point, right? We're
Yep.
trying to raise money to help people. and
Are we also
really-
streaming on our Twitch?
I, we
Really?
should be.
Yeah.
I am streaming on your Twitch, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes,
I'm
we
on
don't know
Twitter.
how to do these things.
Yeah,
I
It's
have
all
been
good.
on Twitch. There's
Oh, how cute! It's
Oh, that's
like
good.
it's like
yes, it's actually not soft.
yes,
It's
I've
actually-
seen these before. They're so cute.
Yes, it's good. It's made by robots, handmade by robots, inspected with care by someone,
Okay.
as if someone really check marked it.
Yeah.
Here's Rooney. Hold
And-
on. Hold on.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I will
dog.
say we will be giving these things away to the top donors, so please donate away and you have a
Oh.
chance to win.
Oh, that's a bigger dog, Molly.
Dog.
Do you see the dog?
I don't think she registers.
Doggo.
Oh my gosh.
He hates this. He feels like, you know what? He did not like that. I was going to say he does not like being a prop.
Molly, I can't tell if she likes it, but she has to put up with it.
She just likes getting attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to raise some attention here today.
Yes,
together,
exactly.
with Ruby, trying to, you know, do our thing to help raise
Exactly.
some money. For those watching, that's the whole point here is you can ask some questions. You can send James and Chelsea questions.
Heck yeah.
You can send Ruby questions and I'll answer anything.
Oh yeah, I have the chat up here. I have all of our chats. I
Oh,
want to be
right.
clear.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on ours as well.
I have little action figures that whoever gives the most money today will get the Laurie Strode action figure signed by me to whoever it is. You'll get it back in its original little plastic thing. The second most will get a Michael Myers weird
Fake crochet.
And
kind of fake crocheted little animal. And then the third gets this Michael Myers pin, which I broke, so don't hate me.
No, you
But-
fixed it. Just pretend you never broke it.
But then look, he's inside the door. It's very good.
Oh.
But
So-
the pin, I think it just needs like a little pin holder.
Oh, like the little metal
Yeah,
piece
I'll
that
put a
slides in
little
it.
safety pin in that for whoever gets. And this is it. I have no more I have nothing.
That. Wow.
and all of the proceeds go to SFAC and grassroots charities. So heck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is the point, right? We're
Mhm.
we're joining together with somehow our mutual love or mutual experience with horror films to help raise some money together, and take advantage of tis the season
That's right.
to be spooky, and I am your spooky girl.
Do you
Open for business.
just like every year around Halloween, have you always just kind of thought back or thought of the series since it's been a part of your entire professional career?
Yeah, it's funny. I'm not. I don't love. I mean, I loved it as a child. Of course, I loved dressing up, and I very much participated. And then, of course, then I made the movie, and then Halloweens always were somewhat sort of focused around me at this time of year. It's a busy time of year for me, or it was for many years. And then I had children, and of course, Ruby and Ruby's
I'm a huge
sister
fan of
Annie
dressing up.
loved
Yes.
dressing up, and we took it all very seriously. We had a giant spider on our wall, and we had like dead
Still have
people.
him.
Yes, well, you have it in your house. I don't have it on mine. And we used to, hang people from trees and things, like skeletons. And
Mhm.
so, I mean, we took it fairly seriously. But for the most part, it's a movie. So it's not like I don't walk around kind of like, I mean, I get a lot of people pointing at me during the month of October. And of course, it's just always going to be a happy time for me. I'm grateful beyond measure to Halloween and John and Deborah and just the fans of the franchise before it was a franchise, when it was just the original OG movie, and then the couple I did afterwards, and then the one I did in the middle, and then the ones I did at the end. So yes, I mean, of course, Halloween has been a very big part of my life. But as I said to you, I'm cleaned out. I have one Laurie Strode doll, one Michael Myers fake crochet, and one sad little Michael Myers pin that I broke, but that I will fix. And that's really it. And then they're also on the website of My Hand in Yours, which is a charity that I founded. They're the thing that is probably the most valuable thing there. When we made the H2O movie, they were very concerned about the mask.
Mhm.
They were very concerned that the mask be like the first movies. But, the original masks are gone. And weirdly enough, I ran into a man recently when I did a screening of a movie that I produced this year called The Lost Bus. And I did a screening of it at CAA. And a man came up to me and claimed that he worked for the special effects house that made the Michael Myers mask. Now, I don't believe him, because my understanding was that Tommy Wallace, who was the art director, my understanding was they went to a like Halloween store in the valley and needed a human latex mask, and the only couple that were human faces were Spock and Shatner, and that they grabbed the Shatner mask and sort of took off the facial hair and painted it all white, and that was the original Halloween mask. That was what I've been told since the beginning of this whole thing. When we made the 2018 movie, all these different special effects houses were making Halloween, you know, they were making Michael Myers masks. And so we did mask screen tests. And there is a photograph. I'm a photographer, and I very rarely take my camera to work. And I took my camera to work on the day we did the mask screen test. And there is a photograph that I took of the H2O Halloween masks that is a one of a kind, because I'm the one with the negative. And there are two, I think, big prints of it on the website that are literally one of a kind. Like no one else will have them in the world. Like you, all the posters, all of the kind of headshots of me, all of that stuff doesn't exist. I mean, it exists in abundance. These no one else will have. So if you're an original Halloween fan and you're into it, these are something that I pulled out, signed them. I'll personalize them to you if you'd like it. And they're cool.
Yeah.
So they exist. And then, of course, the Laurie Strode pictures exist. And, you know, there's some things on there still. I think there's a lunchbox.
That sounds so cool. It's so fascinating to me. There is such an interesting subsection of horror fans that get really into the masks themselves.
Yeah.
Like the masks of slashers specifically. Like there are fans of I'm thinking Halloween, Scream, and Friday, the Friday series, where there are fans that can look at a Michael Myers mask and be like, oh, that's Halloween 4.
Yeah.
Like they know instantly, just the texture of the hair, just the little differences, and it's incredible. I could never, like, that is not where my interests lie. I think it's so incredible that like horror as a genre is just so popular and has such a dedicated fan base that no matter what kind of specific area of interest, there is someone that knows everything about it.
Well, yes, there is a deep dive to be had in the horror world. I will tell you that Chris Nelson,
Yes.
who does a lot of the special effects, and was the one who created the masks for the last trilogy. You know, he's someone who's an expert. He knows everything about all of them, and of course, in the Halloween Kills and Ends, he's been burned in the fire. So there's also the whole molten face kind of one that exists.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree with you. I am not that girl.
Yeah.
Like, you could do like a game show with me, and you guys could now pull up all the masks and say to Jamie, like, for money, for good money, like connect the dot on this is the 2018 one. I would fail.
Yeah. I think I might be able to spot, like, I think the H2O one, because there's a few different ones in that movie, and one of them's a little wonky, and I think the Halloween 4 one looks a little alien-esque.
Yeah.
But it's still really tough.
That could be, we've been planning for our we do a Christmas live show every year. This could be a great segment. We could have a like huge prize money for you, Jamie. You would have
it would not be for me. It would be for streaming for a cause.
That should
yeah,
be.
yeah.
But
It
you'd
would
have
be
to
for
you'd have
streaming
time
for
to
cause.
study. We could give you study material. Be like,
Well,
okay.
I appreciate that. I also, by the way, I am trying to check as many holiday boxes as mommy can before I die. I've already satisfied Christmas because I did a movie called Christmas with the Cranks.
Oh, yep.
That's right. With Detroit's own, is that Tim Allen?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Detroit's
Yes, it
native
is.
son, Tim Allen.
So I have that. I have
We need to get you in the next Leprechaun film.
yes, yes.
We
Leprechaun.
don't even get us started on Leprechaun. We're big fans.
Is that a movie?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a
Jamie,
franchise.
is
Jamie.
That's
it
a
a
Warwick
movie?
Davis movie.
Yeah, Warwick Davis in 5, 6 of them. Yes.
Okay. If it counts, if it's 6 degrees of separation, my mother, Janet Leigh, was in one of the great bad movies of all time. It is called Night of the Lepus.
Yes.
Yes.
Easter.
Yes. And she gets attacked by killer bunnies.
There
Yes.
you go.
That
We'll
counts.
count it. Yeah.
And so if it's 6 degrees of separation, if I can count that, I've got Easter under my belt.
Mhm.
New Year's with Terror Train.
New Year's
Eve, yeah.
Terror Train, well done.
Yeah.
Well pulled up.
That's a
I
good
would
one.
not have remembered that. Well done. Excellent. So I'm kind of covered with holidays. The new movie I have coming out for Disney that comes out in December, on December 12th, is called Ella McKay, and it's a James L. Brooks movie, but it's centered around politics and a young, beautiful young politician woman who becomes governor in the state that she was born in. And so maybe I can even cover the 4th of July,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just because it's around government. So I think I'm covered.
Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy 4, you could do Groot, and that would be Arbor Day.
There
That
you
kinda
go.
makes
Arbor
sense,
Day.
yeah.
Ooh, I loved Groot. Groot was my favorite
Groot
character in
is
that
amazing.
series. Do you
Speaking
remember
of,
Ruby? I've got to tell you, Ruby was so excited about Guardians. Remember this?
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for Rocket Raccoon and Star Lord. I love
Okay,
them
So
both.
but-
you knew them before the movie, then?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But
That was
and
an
by the
obscure
way,
property too.
Ruby was raised in a musical household. So music has been looming large in our family for a very long time. And the soundtrack for Guardians, the first Guardians,
Mhm.
was that great 70s cassette, right? And those were, we thought those were the original songs. They weren't. They were play-alongs, or they got somebody else to record them. If you go back and look at the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, it's not the original artists.
Oh.
Oh, they're covers?
Many of them are covers, but they're covered very much like the original interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I saw the trailer for this movie and I was like, oh, this is so cute. I love it. Oh, this will be so fun. Ruby, we go to the movie theater. Yeah, I'll tell you. Do you remember this, Ruby?
Yes, I do. You started breaking down
Ba,
in the
ba, ba,
first.
ba, 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 ba. We go into this movie. We sit down. I have popcorn. I sugar my popcorn. I am going to town on my popcorn. And within the first minute, there is a mother dying of cancer in a bed in a hospital, and a little child running down the hall wanting to see the mom, and then being pulled away from the mother. And I let out a sound like a wounded water buffalo. I made a sound like Rooney just made when I tried to put Rooney on. I made a sound like, I started sobbing, but I mean sobbing, uncontrollably, because it was so sad. And I was like, I said to Ruby, what have you done to me? What have you brought me to? Because I thought it was supposed to be
It
Yeah.
fun. And it just, oof.
James Gunn, everyone.
Yeah.
Uh,
He contains
That's
multitudes.
that classic Disney formula. They love doing that.
That's true.
But was that a Disney movie?
it
Yeah,
is
that was when
now.
Marvel, Marvel under Disney.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't.
That
owned
was
by
before the merger,
Disney?
I think.
Oh, was it?
No.
No?
I don't believe so. I don't. Somebody would have to go on the internet.
Yeah, let us know because I thought the merger happened around 2012 or 13, and that was what
I have to-
2015.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to ask. Hold
Oh
on.
no. Here
What
we
am I
go.
asking? What am I asking?
Was Guardians of the Galaxy a Disney film?
Hold, please.
It will say is, but yeah.
Hi,
Or
Siri.
Oh god.
Hold on. Wow, she just hung up on me.
Wow, she wants no part of this.
Okay, hold on. Was Guardians of the Galaxy part of Disney when it was first released? Yes. Guardians of the Galaxy is
All right.
associated with Disney because it was produced by Disney's subsidiary Marvel Studios. But I didn't realize that they were already.
Chat says that Disney acquired Marvel in 2009.
Oh,
Pretty early. That's like right
Yeah.
after Iron Man.
Yeah, that's
got in
right
early.
after.
Yeah,
Iron
they
Man.
saw how
Wow.
big those movies were gonna be, I think.
Damn.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, so yes, you're right. It's a classic Disney trope, but I mean, it was effective because
Yeah.
it really grounded you in this reality of loss, and then it made that tape so powerful
Mhm.
Mm.
because it was the language that they had together. I loved it.
Mhm.
I loved Guardians, and I loved Groot. Loved Groot. Groot was my favorite character. Do you remember that I loved Baby Groot, Ruby?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that, and I think I got you maybe a tiny action figure for Christmas one year.
Yes, you did.
Little baby Groot.
Yep.
Because
Baby
I
Groot.
do love Baby Groot.
Have you been to at Disneyland they have it used to be Tower of Terror, which I was sad when they changed it because I love the Twilight Zone, but now it's the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, which is our favorite. It's so much fun.
Yeah. Do you do thrill rides like drop rides?
She
Look at this.
doesn't
Look at this
do.
face.
She doesn't do anything like that. She'll
But-
barely get on Pirates of the Caribbean.
But if you don't go on the ride, sometimes they will have Star-Lord walk around, and he'll carry around. We've seen him at the park before. He'll carry around a little baby Groot so you can meet baby Groot.
That's right.
I would like to meet Baby Groot
Yes.
without having to drop 5.
Yes, without the being thrown off a building.
Yes, thank you. Yes, no, I avoid unnecessary fear.
Oh, okay. That's
Interesting. That's something that when we've interviewed actors who've been in horror films, I feel like it's such a coin flip where either they understand, they're like, yes, I love getting scared on purpose. I totally get that premise. I buy into it. Or they're like, no, why would I do that to myself on purpose? It is like 50-50, I found in my experience.
I am the latter.
Okay.
I
Our whole
feel
family kind
the
of is.
universe is scary enough.
Sure.
Being an adult conscious person in the world is scary enough.
Mm-hmm.
Being a parent is scary enough.
Mm-hmm.
Being married 41 years is scary enough. I have just found that it's best to not put myself in unnecessary danger.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite ride is soaring, what was soaring over California, which is now soaring over the world.
yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah.
now did you see that for the 250th anniversary of the United States, they're doing soaring over the United States. They're doing like locations in America. They're doing
Oh,
a whole
cool.
new film. So I'm guessing
Oh.
it'll be like the Grand Canyon, the Rockies. They just announced it
Do we
like
still
last
get Patrick
week.
Warburton?
Yes, Patrick
Okay.
Warburton. He recorded the announcement video for it.
Great.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I will. You know, that level of danger,
Yes.
I'm down with.
And it smells nice too.
And you get olfactory
Yes.
influences, and I can handle about soaring over the world or over the United States So I loved soaring over California, where you got the orange blossoms, and then you
Yeah.
Yeah.
under the Golden Gate Bridge. And I mean, I'm a born and raised California girl,
Mhm.
so I was a little bummed out. But remember, California Adventure, that whole park was California themed. There was a
Yes.
gold rush thing. There were the big oranges that spun around.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
that
now-
park was super
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's all Marvel, a lot of Marvel stuff there.
Yeah, and
Yes.
cars. I
Cars
actually like
Land.
I like the cars area. I think it's really cute.
Yeah.
Yes, me too. And
Yeah.
it's just evolution, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the beautiful part of being my age, is that I've been going to Disneyland since I was a little girl.
I was gonna ask if you went to the parks growing up, since you grew up
Very
in
much
California.
so, very much so, very much in their infancy. And they used to have something which was fantastic. It was called the Carousel of Progress.
Yes. Oh, she
And-
loves it.
I love it. I love it because, again, it was an attraction. You went in, you sat in the seats. The seats moved,
Hmm.
but it wasn't scary. But the animatronics at the time were like legendary. They were these robotic animatronic people going through periods of technology and the benefits of added technology. So I loved the Carousel of Progress. That was like my favorite thing to do at Disneyland.
Yeah, it's still in Florida.
At Epcot Center?
Yes,
Or
but
no,
then
it's
you
in
have to go to
Tomorrowland.
Florida.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Mhm, I know you have to go to Florida, but it's still there.
Kind
Yeah, I
of
feel
tough
like
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for all of us, by the way.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, there used to be at Epcot. I also there was once something called the Ellen's Energy Adventure. No, Ellen's Energy. I think it was
Yeah. I
Ellen's
think it was Ellen's
Energy.
Energy Adventure. Yeah.
Yes,
With Ellen
and
DeGeneres.
in the Ellen's Energy arena or attraction, they had a Jeopardy game where Ellen faced off against her college nemesis, and it
Oh
was
my
a Jeopardy game about energy. And I was the nemesis.
Wait, that's so funny.
Yes, it
Oh
was
my
so good.
And then to bring it full circle, do you know what that got replaced by?
No.
A Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep.
Couldn't script that.
Yes, what I haven't seen yet is Universal doing any sort of Halloween. There hasn't been a Halloween ride at Universal theme parks so far. That would be, a horror. Is there a horror ride anywhere in the country?
Yes, they just opened in Florida at their new park, Epic Universe. One of the
Yeah.
lands is devoted to the Universal monsters.
Yeah, the classic monsters.
So there's a ride called Monsters Unleashed where you're going through, I think, Frankenstein's lab.
It's the Frankenstein castle.
Yes.
And it's his great granddaughter, Victoria Frankenstein. And she's resurrected all of the monsters. And of course, they all escape their
Got
chains.
Dracula flying around and
It's
it's really
incredible.
cool.
It's some of the most amazing animatronics that I've ever seen in my life.
It just
Wow.
opened a few months ago. So
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's in Florida.
it is in Florida.
It's Florida, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
If you've been to a couple rural county fairs, some of those rides are a horror attraction, when they're not maintained. So
Yes, yeah. Anything that gets like put up in a weekend and
Right.
they
You
ask
know
you to
what?
ride.
Yes, it's always been interesting to me. I know that a lot of people love them, but again, I'm afraid for a living,
Yep.
and so for my recreation, I choose non-fraidy cat stuff.
So
I don't seek it out.
So what kind of movies do you like to watch then? What are your favorite kinds of movies, or some of your favorite
I
things?
am a diverse person. I have diverse interests. I am a multi genre person. I love a good comedy. I love
Marvel.
I love a good Marvel movie. I love a good movie that moves me. I'm a really easy crier,
Yeah.
as evidence as the Guardians of the Galaxy opening 2 minutes and the sound of the water buffalo, giving birth. It was awful. I remember, it's just, I'm that person. I'm if it's good, the best movies ever made, The Godfather. One
Okay.
and 2 to 1. 2 and then 1. I mean,
Mhm.
there is nothing better than the Godfather movies. I just think they have withstood the test of time, and we all think we know everything about them, and everybody has a Fredo in their family, and I just think they are masterpieces, absolute masterpieces.
And this is
Yeah.
where I come in to say I have the Peter Griffin opinion.
You think it insists on itself?
You think they're overrated?
I think they're overrated, yes.
Oh my goodness.
But
Movie.
I can actually point to reasons I think that, but then again, it's been a while since I've seen them. So
Well, I would love.
we can have
Maybe
this debate on another stream if you want.
I
Ooh, 1,000
we can,
bits.
but maybe on my birthday we'll do a little Godfather watching.
There you go. You can't say no if
Yeah.
it's her birthday.
You're right, I can't, and that's what makes it worse. Anyway.
Or
Have
maybe
you
when I
been-
come over for Halloween.
What?
Maybe when I come over on Halloween, we could.
Watch the
We're having
Godfather.
a party. Fun fact, this
Sneaky.
stream was supposed to take place on Halloween, but we realized because I'm a VTuber, it would be easier for us to just do it like through Zoom.
Sure.
That's how this came about.
But I also was really excited to meet you guys because, what you do is, you even have little Funkos.
Oh yeah,
Oh, we got all.
we've got all.
kinds of
Oh
stuff.
yeah, are you looking up there?
I am. All of a sudden, I noticed you have.
Those are fan made. We are not
Yes,
official
I
Funko
see-
people,
I-
but yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, we've I mean, you were talking about Chris Nelson. He was just over our house 2 days ago at our Halloween party. Came in a full-on clown outfit. Love that guy. We've gotten to
Yes.
be good friends with him because back when I covered 2018, that was before we started to get to know these people, but we love that scene with him in it so much.
Yep.
And we
yep.
talked about how funny this guy is as an actor, and he also does the special effects makeup. Like, this is incredible.
Yeah. But how great is he in that scene?
I love it. Yeah. And it's
And that's a real cop.
Yep, the other
Uh-huh.
guy is a non-actor. It's just a real cop. But getting to know Chris more, I'm like, oh, you're playing yourself because he has that like sarcastic kind of like mess with you a little bit personality, and I love it so much. I love doing banter with him and just seeing like how far I can kind of like poke him sometimes.
When we did the Freakier Friday movie, there's a sequence where the young wannabe beauty influencer in the body of this old lady gets something called lip plumper,
Yeah.
plumper, and Chris Nelson
Oh my God.
made those prosthetic lips. And I mean, it was insane. It was absolutely, they were so great. What he did was so, it was insane that he was able to make,
Oh my God, doesn't it look like you?
but it's just,
It, but
it's,
it
ins-
lo- it
it's
looks. Oh my
yeah.
God, he's so talented.
yes, he's really talented. And as you said, really lovely and
Yes.
just that's where the horror movies really are moving for me because of the people involved,
Yeah,
the people who love them and who make them who love them. There's a special connection that happens, and I would never have gotten to know Chris Nelson. He also worked on Scream Queens, which is a TV show I did. So anyway, he's a special guy, obviously.
Yeah, I was working at Fox when Scream Queens was coming out, so I saw both those seasons as part of my job.
Yeah.
Because it was like the Red Devil guy. Didn't Heather Langenkamp's company and Dave Anderson,
Yes.
they also do effects for that?
I think that was them.
Yeah.
I do want to say we got another donation for 1,000 bits. That's about $10. Thank you so much to Decade the Karate Bugman for that.
Nice, thank you.
Yes, and obviously, then have you guys met James Jude Courtney?
Briefly, yeah.
Yeah, he's also, what's been so fun for me with him, because in the original movie, in the 1978 movie, it was John's best friend, Nick Castle. It was just, this was made by a group of friends, of film geeks, film students. And John Carpenter had a band called the Coupe de Villes, and it included Nick Castle and Tommy Wallace.
Oh, okay.
And Nick was John's best friend. And so when John needed somebody to wear the suit, he asked his best friend to put on the mask and the suit. And so in the original movie, it's Nick. And Nick is he's also a talented director in his own world. He was a talented film director. And so it was that weird thing where it was a friend of John's and he was this nice guy and he had a couple little kids and, he would put on this mask and stand there and tilt his head to the left and, make history. But then over the years, watching James take on the persona of Michael, but then of course James gets to go and meet all the fans. And as you know, there are many, many, many fan events where people who love horror movies go and get to meet a lot of the people in them. And James goes and he loves it. And he's so embracing of the fans. And it's just beautiful to see.
Yeah, I got to go to Halloween 40 back in right before 2018 came out. And
Right.
yeah, and it was like the 40th anniversary of the original. I think Sean Clark put that together and got to meet all the various Michael actors in one fell swoop. It was great.
Yeah. And where did you first see it?
Halloween?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was a horror fan growing up, so I don't remember how old I was. I must have been, 8, 9, maybe 10, but I had always heard of Halloween and Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. I remember those three being in my head as like, oh, I've got to see all these. And my mom actually took me up to the local video store and told them he can rent any horror movies on his own, even without me being there for the R-rated thing. Yeah, I didn't have enough guidance growing up, but in this case, it worked out. So I would just ride my bike up there and I would rent like 4 or 5 horror movies at a time and take them home and watch them. And I remember going through the whole Halloween and again, yeah, oldest, 10 years old. And then having my friends come over and we're watching them all night. And
What about them did you like?
I don't know. I think there's obviously the element of like, I shouldn't be watching this. It's something that isn't meant for me. It's meant for grown-ups or older kids. But here I am and I'm like cool enough to watch them. But I don't know. I think I always liked having the controlled fear, because
Like you can turn it off.
exactly.
Yeah.
If it gets too scary, you can turn it off, and it's not real. It's like, because I've also always liked thrill rides and roller coasters, where it's a similar thing, where it's like it's fear that you choose to engage with, and if it's too much, you don't have to do it again, as opposed to real life with social anxieties, and as you get older, bills and all these issues, things that are forced upon you. It's like, oh, this is my world that I can retreat to and just kind of live in.
And is that how you two connected up?
No,
How did
we
you
met
two connect up?
in college at University of Michigan. We both studied film there.
Mhm.
And we, I mean, we worked together even as friends before we started dating.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until, I mean, we did watch Hellraiser as our first.
That was our first date movie, was Hellraiser.
Yep. But that was long before.
Jeez.
Dead Meat was started in
Dead Meat
2017.
was way later.
And we started dating in 2012. So it was 5 years into our relationship where it was like, oh, I don't know, this could be like a thing that we do.
Yeah.
And how did you know to start it?
We had another YouTube channel before, and it was a sketch comedy one, but it was with a big group, and we had to run decisions by other people, and it was just kind of unwieldy. And eventually, after a few years of doing that, I was like, listen, I'm doing most of the work here, yet I'm having to run everything by a group. I kind of want to just make a channel that I don't have to do that with. And I know horror movies really well. It's something I can speak with some authority on. So I just started that, and it thankfully took off.
Yeah. And then I think like a year into him starting the channel, I came on board and started doing the podcast part of the channel. Like there's the main channel on YouTube, and then it also has a podcast component. And the podcast gets more into like film history and analysis. And when I was in film school, I took a film, like a horror film history course, which was like changed my life. Like I'd always liked horror movies. As a kid, I was terrified of them, but once I got into like high school and stuff, I started watching them and really liking them. But in college and as part of this class, we were watching stuff like Night of the Living Dead and Psycho, and it was like learning how they fit into American history and American culture, and like learning about American history through the lens of what was going on in horror film at the time, like it blew my mind. And so that's kind of what I used as a springboard to start this podcast with. So it's like, I guess, yeah, using horror as like kind of a backdoor to explore like history and culture through, but also we, play games and get silly. It's like 50% educational, 50% goofy.
Yeah, but you're putting it into a context
Yeah.
that most people wouldn't. There's an intellectualism that you can apply to something as basic as just being scared in a slasher movie. And, I'm aware that there are college classes taught. There's been textbooks written. There's a book called something Chainsaws and
Men, Women, and
Men with
Chainsaws.
Chainsaws.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Foundational text to us.
yes.
Yeah.
And the term final girl
Mhm.
is first introduced in that book, and that Laurie Strode being one of the examples of the first final girl, and what that means. What no one knows, which is super interesting, well, interesting to me since we're in the world of this.
Yeah.
Prior to Scream Queens, I had sold yogurt that makes you poop
Yep.
Uh-huh.
for a long time. And I wasn't working in the movies, and I wasn't working in television. And Ruby and I are friends with Steve Miner, who is a director. Steve directed a movie that I did with Mel Gibson called Forever Young. And Steve also ended up stepping in and directing H2O. So I've known
Yes.
Steve Miner for a long time. And a young writer came to Steve Miner with an idea for a TV show called Final Girls. And the concept was great. The concept was sort of like X-Men, except that there was this woman who rounded up all of these final girls from the serial killer rampages and trained them as a group to then go out into the universe to prevent any more final girls. So they were sort of like an X-Men team, except they were all final girls. And it was a TV series. And Steve called me and said, I've read this script. It's called Final Girls. And they asked me to be the woman. And at the time, I wasn't working and I had no other options. There was nobody else coming to me with any work. And I said yes to it. And we actually took it out to market. And we ended up selling it, wait for it, to ABC Family. Now, they were trying to do a little rejigging of the ABC Family, kind of
Brand.
off.
Mm-hmm.
And I said yes to it, and we made a deal to make this show called Final Girls. And then, as often happens, even though there was a script, a director, and a star, they still wanted to work on the script and the thing, and then it just sort of fell apart. New leadership came in, they wanted a different direction with the show, and by then it sort of had fallen away. And it was right then when I got the call from Ryan Murphy that he was going to do a show called Scream Queens,
Mm-hmm.
and that he wanted me to play Dean Munch. And I met him, and he pitched me the show, and I never read it. There was no script. He just pitched it and said, I want to do the show, blah, blah, blah. These sorority girls, it was based on that sorority. If you ever read that sorority girls email that was
Yes, yes,
that Michael
that
Shannon,
went viral.
that
Yes.
Michael Shannon did
Yes.
a reading of it.
Dramatic reading, yeah.
Yes. Well, that email, I think, was the spearhead of creativity for Ryan, that there was something to mine here in these awful, awful people. And so he created Scream Queens, and I stepped onto Scream Queens. And since I did Scream Queens, I've just continued to work since then. And that was just a really interesting moment in my life, because I actually was going to go do a show called Final Girls.
Yeah.
And thinking that would just sort of be it. I would do that show a couple years and, step quietly into the shadows. And it just hasn't happened that way. But nobody really knows that story. That's never been really talked about. So here we are.
Nice.
Wow.
Exclusive.
That show sounds incredible, though.
The Final Girls one. Yeah, someone in the chat said you would be the horror Professor X.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what she
Yes.
was. Her name was Mahat.
Mahat?
And she sort of was this enigmatic person who clearly had some trauma in her life, and that she had made money like in .coms and was very, very wealthy. And so she decided that she would protect future Final Girls by creating this family of Final Girls and training them in martial arts and in all the sort of like life-saving ways, and then send them into cities where potential awful doers were potentially whatever,
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So would that have been like early mid 2010s then that this was?
It was right before. So whenever Scream Queens was, I'm very bad at dates and times.
Yeah.
Ruby will tell you. I'm just bad.
I'm terrible as well with dates and times.
I feel like that's early 2010.
Yeah, because it's interesting because I feel like, if that show was pitched now, that it would have gotten picked up
Yes.
so
Yes,
quickly.
no,
but back then, horror was in kind of a weird place.
Yes.
Yes, yes. I don't remember when. I'd have to look back. If I was really good at things, I could pull up my emails and find out when it was. But it was whenever Scream Queens was, it was a couple years before it. So,
Okay. So Scream Queens, do you kind of credit that for, I don't know, this resurgence, like Scream Queens?
oh, without question. Sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Because, when Scream Queens was in its, we had made the show and it was launching, there was a moment when I thought it was going to break the internet. There was the way it didn't. And I think it was because it was on Fox.
Hmm.
And I just don't think that the audience for it wasn't a Fox audience. But when we were launching it, it was the show of the season, top show of every magazine. You know, in the rankings, they were saying Scream Queens was going to be the big, you know, offering. And it was heady. And I am this sage old lady who constantly is sort of going, no, 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 everybody just hang on. We're not there yet. You know, I'm very much not a doomsday person, but I'm constantly going like
Cautious.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
overly cautious
Okay.
because I've been in show business a long time.
Mhm.
But the way that they were talking about Scream Queens, this combination of satire and horror and social satire, and it was, you know, Glenn Powell, he's got Running Man, and I was telling Edgar Wright, I was texting with Edgar Wright a day ago, and um, I hadn't read the script of Scream Queens, and like they kept casting all these people, Emma Roberts, Leah Michelle, I mean, you know, Billy Lord, all these
Mhm.
people started getting cast. And then come on brain, catch up, come on brain, catch up. The costume designer of the show called me to come in for a fitting. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I haven't read it, but okay. And so when I went in for my fitting, she said, well, you have 3 office scenes, and then there's a bedroom scene. And I was like, there's a bedroom scene? Because
Perfect.
I was like, my eyes bugged out, and I hadn't read it. You know, I hadn't read a word. And I said, and her name is Lou Eyrick. And I was like, and she's legendary and many Emmy winning with Ryan. And I remember she said, yes, you have a bedroom scene. And I was like, what? And I said, what's happening in the bedroom? And she says, oh, don't worry, it's post-coital. And I said, who am I coiting? And she said, a student.
Oh.
And I was like, wait, what? And it was Glenn Powell.
Oh my God.
And, you know, I have in the pilot of Scream Queens, I have a bedroom scene where I've just bedded Glenn
Oh
Powell
my God.
and have this great monologue about women objectifying themselves, even, you know, who are geschreien, Yiddish word, because they feel so oppressed and objectified. But women are walking around in their underwear and like they're objectifying themselves. And it was this beautifully written monologue about asking, really? What is objectification? And it's this gorgeous monologue. And then, you know, and then he says inane things and she kicks him out of the bed. And it's this very funny scene. But it was Glenn frickin' Powell. You know, it was on fire. Emma Roberts, just watch Scream Queens. Her character, Chanel, is a it's a brilliant performance. It's just spectacular. She is absolutely spectacular in that show.
I know, that's one we still haven't
Yeah,
watched.
because we did some American Horror Story because that was before
Okay.
Scream
Yes,
Queens.
we
Go
watched a
back
bunch of
and
American
just
Horror
watch
Story.
the first season of Scream Queens.
Okay.
There is some really amazing writing and social commentary, as well as some really funny shit. And it's a great, and that show just, you know, then all of a sudden, you know, the Halloween movies kicked back up.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the middle of all of that, Everything Everywhere All at Once and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The rest is just now just a fun a really fun time. Really.
I know. I remember, seeing Halloween 2018 being like, oh, great. I'm so happy that Jamie Lee Curtis is back. And then Everything Everywhere All at Once comes out and it was like, oh, she's also in this like really, really good movie that I think will be like nominated for Oscars. And sure enough, look what it led to.
Craziness.
And then The Bear, did you
That's right.
yeah,
The-
yeah.
Oh
Which
my
I've only
God.
seen the
That-
first season because that show stresses me out. So I haven't seen your episode, but I've heard.
I've seen that episode and it is very
Well,
stressful.
if you can take a Xanax,
Yes.
Yeah.
you can probably watch episode 6, I believe, of the second season. It's an astonishing, again, writing.
Yes.
If you think about it, it always goes back to the writing, and you're really only as good as the writing, really is the truth. So I've had an opportunity, even with Scream Queens, that monologue of social commentary was not the kind of dialogue that I had been able to wrap my mouth around for quite a long time. And, we forget, but it's the writing, it's the originality. The Bear is just an original idea. It came out of the head of Chris Storer, and the show and the characters are just so alive and thrilling and contradictory, and it's just beautiful. Everything Everywhere All at Once was original and kind of a miracle. So in that sense, if you think about it, if you go back to it, it's the writing has carried me. I just did a James L. Brooks movie. It's the writing. You can't believe you're in a James L. Brooks movie. You get to say these words of these characters that are so beautifully drawn from the writing of a legend. So I feel very, very lucky that the path ended, sent me to Scream Queens. And then, even Halloween 2018 is a beautiful, exploration of trauma.
Yeah.
The reality of what it does to people. And I just thought it was brilliant what they did. And so for me, the writing has carried me for a very long time now.
So I do want to bring up for our new viewers what we are doing this for, and
Yes.
that would be
Thank you,
Stream for a
Ruby.
Cause and grassroots charities. Evie, if you would like to, since
Yes, of course. I've just been enjoying the interview. I've
Yeah,
just been
same.
sitting here nodding. I know you can't see it. But, great commentary. Also, I rewatch Scream Queens every October. So
Oh,
such a
nice.
beautiful performance. I quote it all the time of after that that bed scene, and you just say, "Oh," he confesses his love, and you just say, "Oh, if only this couldn't get any more depressing." Like I just oh, so funny.
I think
But yes,
she says something like, "I'm going to throw up in my
yes.
mouth." It's really, it's biting satire, but
Yeah, nonstop.
he's
Great
so
for-
funny. He's
It's so funny.
Is that when he's like Chad Radwell?
Yes,
Yes,
I
he's
think it's
Yes.
Chad
Chad
Radwell.
Kiki
And
Palmer
then,
too.
And then, of
such
course,
a good name.
people forget Patrick Schwarzenegger is one of the Radwell brothers.
Oh my god.
Oh wow! Like
Yeah, I'm
long before
telling
White
you.
Lotus, and yeah.
You people's appreciation of Scream Queens, it's really crazy.
It's so good, so quotable. Yeah, but today we are here for Stream for a Cause, not Scream for a Cause this month in particular. My name is Avidius. You can call me Evie. I'm here as a Stream for a Cause ambassador today. It's an organization that makes events, special events all year long, and then also teams up with streamers to support local organizations. A lot of larger organizations have charity departments and marketing departments and huge budgets, and Stream for a Cause really focuses on those smaller local charities that don't have that opportunity to access for fundraising. So they do things like work with food pantries, access for LGBT crisis intervention and housing needs, gender affirming clothing, and then also work with the conservation efforts, so both domestically and internationally. So if you have the opportunity, a couple extra coins. I know budgets are hard for a lot of us right now, but anything you can donate would be so wonderfully appreciated by Stream for a Cause.
Yep. And
Well,
I'm
and
Charity
as-
Goblin Ruby. I am also an ambassador for Stream for a Cause, and I put on charity streams every week to raise money for good causes such as, well, Stream for a Cause.
And as you said, it's grassroots.
Completely.
So this is not these big organizations with these giant budgets and these giant outreaches. This is much more specific and targeted to help people in grassroots trying to find safety, security, a community of people at a time when it feels like this tsunami of aggression and coercion is coming for them. And so it's really important that this is the time to support local efforts who are really there directly for the people that they serve. And I'm very proud that Ruby does this as her mission.
I do a complete. So any donations, any subscriptions, all of it goes to charity if it's to my channel. So
yes, and you know,
Yes.
this
So
is
so
why
don't donate to our channel. Make sure you're
Yes.
you're
Yes,
donating
do
to
not
Ruby's.
We'll make
Yes,
sure if anything
please.
accidentally gets donated to us, we
Yes,
will
we'll
send
do
it
this.
to you.
Watch, move it over to Ruby.
Yeah.
There you
Move it
go.
over to Ruby. That Laurie Strode is saying, move it on over to Ruby. Yes. Am I pointing at you, Ruby? Yes.
I think so. Yes. Yes, you
Yes.
are.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Anyway.
So-
Yeah, and just
Laurie Strode
one
back.
last thing about Stream for a Cause, because that's what an organization I love. We don't just do funds, we also do support as well. So we have a member, myself personally, I work in the public healthcare sector outside of entertaining as a drag entertainer. We've got lots of expertise. And so we don't just dump cash and say, good luck. We support them through their entire process, not only with funding, but also through consultations, workshops, conscious efforts, things like that. So
Yay.
yay. Had to interject that. I'll let you all continue with the interview
Oh,
though.
good. Thank you. That's a good reminder.
Yes, I love like getting to do, I don't know, streams like this are, I don't know, really important to us because like horror is very queer, and we're a very hetero married couple, but a lot of our audience is queer, and that's something that is important to us, and we just always want to keep genre a safe space, and I think what you guys are doing is really special, so
Yeah,
thank you for having
I
us
agree.
on.
And by the way, I'm also a hetero straight
Yeah.
couple that, supports and have supported our daughter for a long time, since she was born, and believe that the world is big enough for all of us. And they're trying, the people oppressing the LGBTQ plus community is trying to say there's not enough room and you're a danger to us, and that's just not true. And so we are proud to support. Oh, look, my husband's here.
Oh, hello.
For a second,
Oh.
Chris. You have to- No, the other way. No, over here. No, back.
Back and down, Dad.
No, come to me. There. See?
Hi.
That's James and Chelsea.
Hello.
There's
Big
Ruby
fans.
and Evie.
Oh, and here's
Ruby was
here's
on
the dog.
screen
Oh,
and then
Oh.
her leg caught.
I woke you up for nothing. I'm sorry.
Oh, and your puppy. Yeah, I know. Sorry.
She's
But
just been
there's
lying
the-
here.
Rooney's
time.
still there.
Oh
Rooney's
yeah.
there. That's how
Oh,
interested.
really? So
That's how
sleepy.
interested Rooney is to what we're doing here today.
Yeah. I like you were saying, it's I feel like it's just not a hard position to have, or it's not difficult to be
Live and let
supportive
live.
and inclusive. Yeah. It's so ridiculous. I feel like a lot of the people who are oppressive and hateful, I don't know if it's that they don't meet enough people and just have their own mental images of what these others are as they have been led to believe. But like we go to all these conventions, we meet so many people of all different stripes, and it's just like everyone's a person. Everyone's just a person trying to get by in this world. and-
Short.
Mhm.
I just feel like the older I get, and like you just start to feel life go by faster and faster and faster, and it's like
So true.
I don't know, it's just life's too short to care about what it's like
It's
Yeah, I
too
just
short
want
to
people
hate,
to be
yeah.
happy.
Mhm.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys go to a lot of conventions?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
So have you
We-
been to Horror Hound?
Yes, in
Yes,
Cincinnati.
that's a really
That was a
fun
really
one.
good one for us. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did that one time after it was before the new Halloween movies. But there was a period of time where Malik Akkad,
hmm
who you know is the
Yep.
son of Mustafa Akkad, who made
R.I.P..
the original Halloween
Mhm.
movie and who has carried on the mantle and who we made those 3 Halloween movies with. Prior to those movies getting made, Malik did an event around Halloween. What was it called?
Dream Halloween.
No, that was for the children affected by AIDS Foundation. No, it was called like Scare, like it was
Scared to Care or something.
yes, like Scare to Care, but it was again, it was for homeless youth, and he was trying to create an organization to raise money for homeless youth and used the Halloween theme. And I went, and it was there that I said that I would go to a convention. And if I went, this is kind of mirroring off of what Ruby has done. I said, I will go to a convention and I will donate 100% of every penny that I make at the convention to Children's Hospital Los Angeles. And I went for a weekend in Cincinnati. It was a 2-day event.
hmm
And I brought the original Halloween mask. I brought the original slate that I had.
Oh wow.
And people got to take pictures with it. And, you know, I left with a suitcase full of cash because people bring cash.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
But, you know, we made a boatload of money for Children's Hospital Los Angeles. And I think that's where Ruby first saw that you can dedicate your life to raising money to try to help people. And that's what happened with Horror Hound. And, you know, obviously now I've done another 3 Halloween movies. They would like me to come back. I totally understand it. I have to figure out if I can ever do that again.
Mhm.
Just scheduling wise, you know, you have to book those things in advance, and then I'm so busy now.
Yeah.
It's hard to be able to say, well, I can do that in August when in fact I don't know where I'm going to be in August. So, you know, but I won't ever say never.
Okay.
And now that I've done the other 3 Halloween movies, there is a chance that I would do it again. But again, 100% would be split between Children's Hospital Los Angeles and Stream for a Cause. So, you know, and maybe Ruby would come with me and we could do it together because
I would absolutely be in a Halloween movie with you. You know, like I want. So I'm training to become a voice actor, and I want to be Laurie Strode in an animated Halloween film.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
That'd be
well,
perfect.
okay.
Wait, I want to talk to you about voice acting. So, well, we can talk about that later.
Yeah,
Of
tell us
course.
the voice acting.
I want to hear all about it because I voice act, so I want to talk to you about it.
Heck yeah. I mean, you're on my Discord. You can talk to me anytime.
Okay, yes. I want to talk to you about.
We're old. We don't understand Discord.
I'm frightened of
It-
Discord.
it scares us.
I have, by the way, I have dipped my toe. I have dipped a toe in the Discord. I have done some streams with Ruby in the Discord.
You're going to show me how to use Discord.
So
You have to click on things.
I'm gonna tell you this. You guys have trouble figuring out Discord. Me and Jade spent 45 minutes yesterday trying to figure out how to invite you guys to a Zoom meeting.
Not only do I Discord, look, it's in my doc.
Wow.
Wow,
It is
okay.
on the quick draw.
I am shocked with that one. I did not know. Heck yeah.
Let me just say, I am down with the Discord of it all. I am very modern, thoroughly modern JLC here.
There
That
you
I
go.
that I can dance in the Discord world.
I'm good at Slack.
I used to use
Slack.
Slack too. I know
I'm
Slack.
gonna go get water. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
Of
Sure.
course. But
Wait, Ruby, have you heard anything about the new Halloween game that's coming out?
so yes, and one of our potential guests for this was the lead developer on that game,
Oh.
but they couldn't legally talk about it. So
Oh.
next year, before it comes out, we might get an early copy and be able to interview him.
Ooh,
Oh,
I know.
So
I'm
stay
trying
tuned
to
for
like
that.
yes, I'm trying to like snoop anything I can about. I want to know everything about it.
Yes, yes, and we tried so hard to get that on today's stream, but we
Mhm.
just couldn't swing it. Not yet,
Yeah.
but
Because that one is going to have a single player component, right?
I think so.
Think
I
so,
think it's
yeah.
not just gonna be like all the multiplayer.
I mean, I don't hate Dead by Daylight. It's just kind of in a weird spot right now.
Mm.
I want to be clear on that.
They should put us in it.
Yes,
I've seen people
as
say that they should put us in it.
survivors.
What are we gonna be putting in?
Dead by Daylight.
Daylight.
Thank
you know
you,
that
Zach
game?
Films, for the 1,500-bit donation.
Thank
Oh,
What
thank
does that
you.
mean? What does that mean?
Oh yeah.
Dead by Daylight is that survival horror game that you're actually already in as Laurie Strode, but looks nothing like you.
Oh really? I want to see what it.
Yeah,
Let's see.
you can pull
I want
that
to
up. It
see.
is. It
Are
looks
you looking it up on the
nothing like it.
computer?
Yeah.
I'll be the
Dead
judge.
by Daylight.
of
Laurie
that.
Strode. Let's see.
Now
I'm a
gonna
fog
look
whisperer,
it
so I
up.
have to bite my tongue.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
and Michael Myers is in there, notoriously one of the weaker killers, but I think they buffed him recently. They might have buffed him
Okay,
recently.
wait a minute. I look, first of all, I look hot. Foxy. I look a little foxy. I don't know.
You look-
Road was never foxy.
You look post-coital there.
There you
Little
go. Yes.
Thank
Hair
you.
tousled.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah. There's another word that we have for that hairdo, but I won't say what it is. We've gone really a little anime with the whole thing.
A little
they've
bit.
animated her out a little. She was a little repressed girl from Haddonfield. You know
So,
what I mean? This is
Mom-
not a little repressed girl from Haddonfield.
Mom, that's the H2O outfit. She has the
Oh.
Haddonfield outfit as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm looking at all of the. Okay, now this one looks very much like me, except that they've given me.
That's a
Like-
Photoshop.
I know,
Oh,
but
that's
they've
not
given
real?
me like 1978 hair. I don't know what it is. They've given me like. That's a really good thing, except they've given me like the bob that was in White Lotus. I don't know.
I love hearing my mom criticize this. It's awesome.
Well, I'm not criticizing it. I'm just saying.
I know.
Commentating.
You know, I mean, it's just a little. It's a little.
Oh,
It's a
we're going to
little-
get some amazing clips out of this stream. This is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm not down with it. But whatever. You know what? To each his own. Their own. But they're going for like a whole. Like she was never that girl.
I think they put you on the generic. I think they put your head on the generic body type and then clothed it. The generic female body type.
Okay. James and
Thank
Chelsea,
you,
is there
Mom.
anything else I can tell you, or is there any? There has to be something else. You must have some other question about something. Here's my
Oh,
little
man.
head by itself.
Holy shit! That is 10,000 from Zach Films.
yeah,
Thank you
Zach
so
Films.
much. 10,000 bits to be clear, so that's $100.
Oh, thank
And
you.
that's
Wow, thank you.
Thank you
Maybe
so
they will
much.
maybe they will win.
They might be getting that action figure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. I'm a little curious to ask about Halloween Resurrection and that opening scene where the
Okay.
the timeline where Lori died and that we don't talk about anymore.
Well, there's a reason why all this happened. And I've said this somewhere before, somewhere in some, this is literally what happened. Pull up a chair. I love that I can say this because at the time I couldn't say it.
Mhm.
And it made me a little cranky. It was my idea that we make a H2O movie. It was my idea. I called John, I called Deborah, and I said, hey, at the time, the movie was 18 years old. And I said, we're coming up on 20 years since the Halloween movie. We should do another movie, and we should make it like the final showdown. It's 20 years later. And that was the conception from the beginning. So we had a lunch. There was a conversation where John was going to direct it, Deborah was going to produce it, and then at some point John decided not to. We pitched a script. A script was pitched, and it was going to be that Lori has moved away, that she has a child, that she has changed her name, but she's basically on the run, right? She's trying to run away from Michael Myers, which, as we know, you can't really do. But so she's doing it. She has a kid, and we pitched the script, and the script ended with this idea. Did you ever see It's a Wonderful Life?
Mhm.
And there's this scene where they're dancing in the gym.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's the
Pool is
pool.
underneath.
Yes.
So that is the Beverly Hills, or was the Beverly Hills High School gym. It
Uh-huh.
had a basketball court, volleyball courts, and then below it was a pool. And the original idea of Halloween H2O was that Lori's run away. Obviously, Michael finds her, and there is the final showdown. The whole concept of the movie was that you can't run from fear, that you must face it, and that when you're alive but you're running from fear, you're as dead as you would be if you were dead, and that the only way to stay alive is to end it. And that was the conception from the beginning. That's what we sold, blah, blah, blah. The script comes in, and my pitch had been trap him in that, thing, and then, sort of end it, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the script came back, and the script was terrific, and the kid and the school, and she's a headmistress, and blah, blah, blah. All of that's great. And then the ending of the movie, and it was ambiguous. Every ending was like, and then the car goes off a cliff, and there's fire, and the fire reflects in her face, and she knows that it's over. And I'm like, no. Hi, I would go back. I'd walk into the production, and at this point, we had a director. We were casting. Michelle Williams was cast. Josh Hartnett. We were heading toward the movie. And every ending that I would go in, I'd say, no. It has to be definitive. This has to end. It has to be that this is over. And like 3 times they went back and came back with more ambiguous endings. And, I was going to make some money. We were headed to make this movie. We were cast. It was all happening. And I went in and I was like, I don't understand what's happening. You guys aren't listening to me. This has to have an ending. And they finally said to me that contractually, in Mustafa Akkad's original contract about Halloween, it said you cannot kill him.
Wow.
Okay.
So mommy was like, well, then we have a problem. because I'm not doing this to just perpetuate
Mhm.
this idea that I'm not doing it.
Mhm.
And I meant it. And it was a big payday for me. And I was going to let it go because I said I did not come up with this idea of a 20 years later movie to then lead on the audience for another 20 years. That wasn't my point. My point was to end it. And finally, someone came to me and said, okay, how about if at the end of the movie you do end it, but we find out the next movie that it wasn't him? But I said, but in the end of this movie, it will be ended. And you will think that he is gone. And they said, yes. And I said, and Laurie Strode thinks he's gone. That's the most important part. Laurie Strode believes he's gone.
Mhm.
Yes. I said, and then you have to put me in the next movie. You have to pay me a lot of money. And the movie is going to open in a mental institution where Laurie Strode is now living because Laurie Strode killed an innocent man who was a father and was a paramedic. And Laurie ended his life. And now Laurie has lost her mind in grief and confusion. And she is living in a mental institution. And you have me in the opening scene of the movie, and then Michael comes and finds her and kills her. I said, that's the only way I will make H2O. So you have a decision to take. Either we make H2O or you don't make H2O. But if you make H2O, you have to put me in the next movie in the first scene for a very specific period of time. And my friend Rick Rosenthal directed that movie. He also directed Halloween 2. And you have to have me living in a mental institution. And then Michael comes back and then we tussle. And then that was how it's called Resurrection.
Yes.
That's how that happened.
Wow.
Oh my
okay.
God.
That's so fascinating because there's like 4 years in between those movies, I think. So that's a long time to hold to this agreement that I will do this if.
But I have one more little bit of info.
Okay.
And then I think it's about time to wrap up the stream. So,
Oh, I'm having such a good
oh,
time.
believe me, we can continue if you guys are down for it.
No, it's all good. We will wrap it up. So I'm giving you some intel.
Mm.
So I said, well, clearly, nobody's cut her hair since then. Hence the long hair that she has, right? Because she had short hair before. So now she's going to have long hairs. And my idea, which they did not take, which I thought was genius. My idea was that in the mental institution, that there was a beauty school nearby, and they would let the beauty school students work on the patients. So my idea was that all of the patients in the mental institution looked like Greta Garbo and Marilyn Monroe.
Yes.
And had like makeup and long nails and hairdos, because I thought that there was this beauty school down the street and that they would all be sort of painted people because they would bring in the students to paint the inmates. Anyway, they did not go for that idea. I thought it would have been
I love that.
fantastic. I thought how surreal that you open a movie, you're in a mental institution, but everybody is made up and like had hair, and that's when I said to them, okay, fine. If you don't want to do my idea, then you have to have hair extensions put in my hair because I've been in a mental institution for 4 years and no one's cut my hair.
Mhm.
Yeah, that feels like the opening to a John Waters movie.
I agree with you. I
I
thought
love that.
they did not. So that is why I'm in that movie. That is why I don't live in that movie. And that's why David Gordon Green decided that his movie, which I didn't know was a trilogy until we had already shot the first movie.
Mm.
But that's why David Gordon Green decided that there was only Halloween and Halloween 2018,
Yeah.
nothing else.
Mhm.
That's why in Halloween 2018, when they're walking down the street and Miles, I think the actor's name is Miles.
Yep.
Miles says to Andy Matichik,
Mhm.
says, didn't your grandma, something about didn't her brother murder her? And she says in one line, that's just a
rumor.
it's all made up.
Mhm.
None of
Yeah.
that. And in one sentence, she basically erases all of the other Halloween movies that came after Halloween 1978 and made it just this perfect bookend between 1978 and 2018.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was also genius of David and Danny to understand that they had to kind of create a world where you would understand what was happening, but only if you just looked at the first movie.
Mhm.
Yeah. Where you didn't have to do homework.
That's what I say. Less
Understand.
homework. Yeah.
Yeah, way less homework and way less. And by the way, I guarantee you that was not John Carpenter's original idea in 1977 when he wrote it, that he would make a movie, 5 years later, 6 years later, where Michael was her brother.
Mhm.
Like it's that became add-ons. Those
That-
became a lot of add-ons.
That he co-wrote with Beer, as I remember him saying.
Yeah.
Halloween
So-
2.
So, but I have shared some secrets here.
Yes.
Thank you so
on
much.
Our James and Chelsea and Ruby and Evie's stream here. I've shared
yeah.
some
And we are honored. Thank you so much.
super fun. Listen, I have no secrets. What secrets? What's the point? These movies changed my life. They gave me the life I have today through interesting twists and turns, including Scream Queens, and thankfully Ryan really did kind of give me another leg up at a time when I was going to be a final girl. I was going to end my career with Final Girls.
Wow.
And that never got made, but and Steve Miner is still a very close friend of ours, and Ruby's, and we're all here together. I hope to meet you guys. You guys are lovely people.
Oh,
You've been
thanks.
so generous with your time. Thank you for shining your light on Ruby and Evie and Stream for a Cause and grassroots fundraising to help LGBTQ plus people navigate this very scary world we're in. And it's really, you've honored us by giving us this much time.
Oh, of course. And I know we've gotten
Yeah.
some donations, and we'll make sure that we forward them appropriately.
Yes. Yeah. We'll make
Awesome.
sure you get the
Yeah.
And whenever we find out who the #1 donation is, Evie will tell me that person is going to get this with her, either this head or this head. And then the second most donations will get Mr. Myers, and then the third most donations will get the broken Halloween pin with Michael inside the closet.
Don't break it again.
So I have to put a safety pin in it, but there's Michael in the closet. It's kind of great. It has a magnet and they see, look, so scary.
Can we see Lori's front butt one last time
Yes,
for
of
old time's
course.
sake?
So here's Lori as, hold on, her head's falling off. Hold on.
Get those donations in now. Well, you can if
Yes,
you want this
Okay,
let's
stuff.
get the
ready?
donations
If you
in.
want to see her front butt.
Yes.
And by the way, just so you know, my action figure from Virus, you could front butt her.
Oh, good.
So that was, so maybe they just took the same one and just repurposed it.
I feel like that's a scrapped like a deleted scenes universe from everything everywhere.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
front butt
Butt universe.
universe.
Yes, there is a front butt. Yes, I agree with you. For all the front butters out there, we got you. Thank you guys so much, James and Chelsea. You've just been
Thank you.
fantastic.
This
Really
is so
lovely
much
people.
fun.
This was
Thank you.
awesome.
You are too. And thank you, Ruby and
Yeah,
Of
Evie.
course.
Thank
Yes,
you,
of course.
Ruby.
Thank you guys for having us, and we will continue on here. Take good care.
Yes.
God bless you. Take care.
You too.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good one, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us. And one more time, this is all for charity, and this is all for grassroots charities from Stream for a Cause. Have a
Thanks.
wonderful Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.